They ain't got no face in it.
Listen, I'm giving you more respect than you deserve.
No face.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shut the fuck up, dude.
All right,
let's get it. I'm giving you more respect than you deserve. So it's like, I'm coming.
You mind the conversation or just him?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
You just speak it, bro. You're not even like,
Listen.
this our show now, bro. You feel me? Swerve and curve.
We putting off a cup of coffee. I swear to God, he see Buck. I swear to God, my son say, Daddy. He said, I hate that.
Who Buck?
All right, folks, let's talk about that recent episode of Funny Marco's Open Thoughts show that's got everyone buzzing, and not necessarily in a good way. I mean, the dude has Southside on as a guest, and to spice things up, Southside decided to roll in with his buddy G Herbo. Now, what happened? You'd think it'd be a slam dunk, right? Comedian meets hip-hop stars. What could go wrong? Well, turns out it went from an awesome idea to seriously uncomfortable real quick. Poor Marco, just trying his best to stick with his trademark awkward, dry humor, ended up taking a beating from these two hip-hop heavyweights. I'm talking insults, belittling, and more shade than a palm tree on a sunny day, you know what I'm saying? Marco's skin condition became the punchline of the century, and they couldn't even get his name right. They must have broken a record with how many times they told him to shut the heck up. For G Herbo and Southside, it might have just been fun and games, but let's say it didn't sit too well with Marco and a whole bunch of other folks who were tuned in. So on Monday, October 16th, our up-and-coming funny man decided to spill the beans about that seriously painful interview. Marco wrote on his Mindset Facebook account, I understand a lot of y'all mad about the interview. I was upset while it was going on, but I understand I got a job to do. And one thing about me, I respect people on my show. I don't want to match their energy. It's so many L's I took on my journey, I wish I could show I don't hide anything. So I feel it was only right to put the episode out myself and just learn from that episode and move on. Thank who support me, it's a mindset thing. Speaking of Funny Marco, let's dive into this world and how he became an online sensation. Starting from his name, his mama named him Marco Summers. This dude's been blowing up on the internet, not just with those hilarious skits that go way back to the Vine days, but also with his quirky, parody-style interviews. He's kicked it with some big names in the music biz, like Boozy Badass, The Baby, Sexy Red, and a whole bunch more. But what's the deal with Marco? Well, he's got this knack for keeping things light and breezy, even when he's pulling out fake facts about his guests to make them squirm a bit. But hold up, y'all. Now comes the part that's got everybody talking. In this chat he had with G Herbo and Southside, it's like he checked out of the conversation completely. Those two big shots were flashing their cash, talking down to our man Marco, and it's very, very clear he wasn't having a good time. Talk about a total mood swing from his usual fun and games. But according to Southside, nobody was scared, and Marco played the whole situation pretty cool. Southside spoke up on his IG, and this is what he had to say about the interview.
That wasn't scared. Like, if you was scared, I can't help how your mama raised you. Like, what you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I stay off, because no matter what it is, just make me the bad guy on this motherfucker.
Now you might think, damn, why would he be scared? They didn't do anything intimidating. Well, you didn't see everything yet. There's this scene from the interview that was deleted, and it didn't make it into the interview that you can find online. And during that scene, you can see Herbo and South were kind of crazy with it. We also got the lowdown on that deleted scene from an episode that's causing a ruckus. It looks like there's a moment where a watch goes skidding across the floor, and you can practically hear it shatter into a million pieces. Someone's kind enough to pick it up and hand it back to Southside, and what does he do? He drops it again like a real pro. Now here's the scoop on all that from Marco himself. He hopped onto the comments section of Facebook and replying to his followers like, nah, they smashed my 30K watch and had the nerve to call me a wuss. I usually don't talk like that, but this posting for the folks who don't really know me. I get it, I've got my fans, and this one's for them. In the last couple of days, Marco's chat with Herbo and Southside has gone viral, and it's stirred up a whole bunch of opinions. Some fans are giving these artists a piece of their minds for their behavior. It's like the internet's turned into a boxing ring. This made me so uncomfortable. This is absolutely disgusting. So disrespectful. Grown men bullying someone? Marco took it very well, but it's absolutely disgusting. Another comment was filled with the same energy. One person said, they were awful to him. Definitely hard to watch. Mr. Marco, you're a class act and you bring so much joy to us. Marco responded on his Instagram story about this whole drama too. He said, it's nothing but respect to both them. We both learn, love, and move on. But why did they do it? The other important question that comes to one's mind is, what were G Herbo and Southside trying to achieve with their attitude? Why in the world would they hop on an interview and just act like like two jerks, and they were given a platform to say whatever they want and reach a pretty wide audience. G Herbo of Southside went on Funny Marco's show trying to have an Offset and Bobby moment and failed. And the answer to that question is not quite simple. There are at least two answers to the question. First, the most intuitive one, they were just acting it all out for the sake of the interview. They both realized what kind of interviewer Marco is, and so they were just playing the same game that Marco usually plays. It's actually something that we've seen a lot recently with other interviewers, like Bobby Alton. They're capturing a lot of views online with their innovative methods of doing podcasts and interviews. They're riding this wave of no obvious pattern of questions or topics that are discussed. Rather, they just let things unfold randomly and they take it on from there, no matter where that ends. For some, this is a blatant attack and nothing but a ridicule to the hard work that a lot of journalists and interviewers put in. But for others, it's hilarious, and it obviously works. Alright folks, let's break down what makes Bobby Alton tick. And trust me, she's not here to be taken seriously, not one bit. So Bobby, the brains behind the Really Good podcast, throws the term really good around, but it's not about being genuinely top-notch. No. It's all about her unique, constantly chill, flat affect style. You know, it's like go ahead and tell her it's not really good. She's not about to claim her talk show is all serious and well-researched. Hell, it's even a tad awkward on purpose. The podcast is just as ironic as the character Altof's playing in it, and it's supposed to be kind of pleasant, but only if you're in on the joke. Now here's where things get interesting. Bobby's subscriber numbers shot through the roof lately, and her profile's on the rise. She used to be all about mom content on TikTok, but she made the switch to podcasts. The turning point? Snagging a sit-down with old Drakeo back in July of 2023. And here's the twist to that tale. She landed the interview through a series of Instagram DMs. But hold on, there's a twist in the plot. That episode got the axe in August, and we're still waiting on official word from Bobby or the rapper as to why it got the boot. Since then, Bobby's turned into that bizarre interview style of hers into more episodes with big names like Mark Cuban, Luma, Lil Yachty, and Shaq. And they're pulling in hundreds of thousands of views. She asks them what they wear, where they live, what they like to munch on, but she doesn't seem all that interested in their answers. She meets them with that classic deadpan sarcasm and silence, leaving her guests to stew in the awkwardness of what they just spilled. The latest episode with the rapper Offset is one that's really making waves. Unlike her previous guest, Offset took charge and roasted Bobby relentlessly, even comparing her to unsalted chicken meat at one point.
You drilling me? Let's see. What's your chain?
This is my interview, it's not yours.
I mean, it's ours.
No, I'm interviewing you.
And I'm allowing you to interview me. It's a partnership.
You don't have to ask me questions.
I want to.
Oh.
Why
Okay.
I gotta answer yours and you can't answer mine?
Okay.
You need a little bit of seasoning. You ain't got no seasoning, man. You like a plain piece of chicken just on the thing. You pull it off and then you serve the dish. You need some other seasoning, man. Damn, I'm trying to get you to play.
People loved to see it too. Offset understood the assignment 100%. He definitely played her game better than anyone else she's interviewed so far. Now this got people thinking, what's the deal with Bobby's popularity? And what are we actually laughing at here? In many ways, it was indeed a really good podcast, but maybe not in the way Bobby had initially had in mind. So if you dive into Bobby's videos on YouTube and take a sneak peek in the comments section, you'll notice a common theme there. Her biggest fans are all about her because they think she's serving up something way more irreverent than your average celebrity interview. To her followers, Bobby's turning this whole celebrity chat scene upside down and giving famous folks a run for their money. And it's kind of unsettling for them because, you know, celebs usually have their public personas all mapped out. Most of the time, celebrity interviews are just a big old PR stunt, right? You know, you always get the same old questions and rehearsed answers, and all you end up learning is there's a new movie dropping or how to pre-order an album. Bobby, though, she's not having any of that. Funny Marco kind of gives the same energy as Bobby. He's relying on the person who he interviews to keep the ball rolling, and that's how he makes his show work. If you really think about it, having Southside and Herbo do their thing is just one of the things that Marco had to take into account once he was doing this interview. You mess with the bull, you're gonna get the horns. But anyway, what's y'all's take on this Funny Marco interview, and what do you think the difference between Marco and Bobby is? Let us know what you think down in the comments below, and remember to keep it RIZZLE.